both talked about the love of the game that we have, bro.
Yeah.
What leagues you been hooping in?
Man, I hooped in a bunch of adult leagues.
Because you was in a couple leagues that I was in.
Yeah, me, Davion, JoJo. I used to hoop at the Martinez leagues at NorCal.
I hooped in that one.
Yeah, Soldier Town. Even at just 2-4, you know, 2-4, we shot some good runs, 24-hour fitness.
Man, I missed those, bro. Especially when
the pandemic, bro. We used to be getting cracking, bro. So yeah, man, I mean, I always played in a bunch of adult leagues around here in the Bay Area, played against great competition, and yeah, that really kind of helped me develop into a better basketball player.
What's your go-to move when somebody like try to force you left or something, like force you to the side that your weak side?
Yeah, man, so my go-to is, you know, kind of like a Euro step, so it's pretty much a hard pound to my right, as if, so let's say if you're guarding
me. I'm about to say,
all right, so for Shirley, like, you know, I'm gonna go right, and then I could go, if I pound and like try to go up, you know, that's, you know, usually what people expect. So, you know, they're always gonna try to cut that off. So as soon as they do that, my job is to just try to take a hard Euro, or I take a hard bounce.
Okay. I mean, I used to try to incorporate the Euro move back in my day, but man, it worked out sometimes, but you know what I mean? Sometimes you ain't got the confidence to do it, but.
Nah, yeah. Also, I like to do like a little fake spin to where, you know, if I look like I'm about to throw somebody in the post, and then I'll kind of do like a hard pound spin, where it's like and then if they bite on that first one, then I kind of step through, or if they don't, like my arm's kind of long enough so I can go and do like a little hook shot.
Okay.
So it's kind of a couple options, you know, but I like playing defense. That's kind of like my thing. So, you know, I usually just like to kind of like be like that sneaky guy, comes behind, steals the ball, you know, outlet to my teammates.
That's what, bro, because I'm a shooter, so you know what I mean? So I really love people who like hustle and play D, you know what I mean? I feel like I can get W's with people like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and my biggest thing was whenever I'd hoop at first, I kind of had that feeling I might not get the ball because people didn't know if I could really play. So I felt like my way to make an impact was to do all the dirty work that people didn't like to do, like hustle to get rebounds, block shots, get steals, get assists, you know, you know, to just prove that, you know, I'm worthy of being out here. So I understood that, okay, if I don't get the ball, that's cool. I can still make an impact and let people know I can play. So that's why defense kind of turned into my favorite part of the game.
Hey, bro, people getting $30 million contracts off of defense, bro. You feel me? So.
Man, just by doing, I mean, I tell, you know, coaching basketball, I tell kids, you don't have to score the ball to be a hero. You know, you could do so many other things that makes you a great player, you know. Dennis Rodman, Hall of Famer, you know, I mean, probably scored like, what, 3-4 points a game?
Most definitely.
But those rebounds, man, that's what got Jordan those 30-plus points, you know, those rebounds. So, you know, that's what I like to incorporate into kids' mindsets is, you know, there's so much you could do on the court that doesn't involve scoring, but can still make you a Hall of Famer. So that's why, you know, I kind of looked at defense as being like that thing that I could do to get on the court to kind of earn respect.
Okay, and that's kind of like advice you would give people who, like, aren't the best scorers and ball handlers and stuff like that, how to get some playing time, you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
As a coach?
Absolutely. You know, I always feel like, you know, we're in a modern era where, you know, people think you got to score points to be a great player. For me, I'll just say do what you're best at. Don't do what you're uncomfortable. I'm not a good shooter. I'll admit that, you know, all day. So I'm not going to go down the court and try to shoot threes, you know, just to make it look like I'm a great player. I'm going to do what I'm good at. You know, I'm going to give the ball to the shooter. I'm going to pass to you, you know what I'm saying? And you make it, we get buckets. You miss, I got the rebound, bro. And then we going down and, you know, we doing our thing.
Motherfucker back up.
Exactly. So that was always my mindset, is telling kids, do what you're good at. Don't try to go outside of your comfort zone and try to do something you're not good at, you know?
I feel like people are like starting to get more confidence. You know what I mean? Just on the simple fact, like I think I'm seeing a lot of people like going D1 now. You know what I mean? Playing with one arm, bro. And I'm like, oh my God, bro. It's so like it's satisfying to see, bro, because like it's giving a lot of people, you know, even more confidence. Like even myself, I'm like, damn, bro, that's crazy. What do you know the guy's name? What guy? What was the name of the guy? Zach.
Yeah, so that's a good friend of ours. You know, my basketball team I play for called AMP1. So that's Zach Hoskins. He's from Georgia. Great player. You know, he was born with one hand, but he just outworked everybody. He did what he could to be in the gym every day. He, you know, like myself, you know, you get people that kind of say, oh, he can't play. He has one arm, force him left. But you got to use that as fuel. You got to use that as your ticket to getting on the court and proving that you're worthy of being out here, you know, and he did his thing, and he got a walk-on scholarship to University of Florida, I believe. Billy Donovan, a Hall of Famer coach, you know, is the one who brought him on. So even for myself, man, it's amazing. You know, I didn't got the opportunity to play, you know, in high school, but just being a manager, being a part of a team was enough for me. But it's amazing to see, you know, guys with one hand that are able to play at a high level.
Right.
I mean, now there's that new kid, you know, Emmanuel from the Dominican.
You know,
he's doing his thing, man.
Smashing on food.
Yeah, he's doing his thing, man. And so that just comes from that will to want to win and to be great.
Right.
You know, everybody has that. You know, you just
Right.
got to kind of find what drives you, you know, to keep working and getting better.
Right.
So you want to go to like 3? Like
Yeah,
first and 3?
go. Yep. Shoot for takeout.
Go for it.
A little dusty, man. A little dusty. It's on you. Hey, man. Man, he did just tell me to move. See, my thing, I wasn't the best at D. Liam gonna have me getting competitive out here. Liam gonna have me getting competitive out here. I get some more arc on that shot. Park getting hot now. Get in here. What time is it? Because I know you gotta go get a haircut. Oh shit. You know what's crazy too, bro? Like, if people wouldn't know how to guard you either. Like,
I've always felt like that too.
Yeah, like
you know, people don't, you know.
We playing now though. I ain't scored not a damn point, bro. I gotta get a bucket, bro.
I just do whatever I can, try to do the best I can, but I definitely be here without these guys. You know, they definitely help push me. You know, they don't take it easy on me, so that pushes me to keep working hard. So it was fun. Hey, don't get it wrong, man. He's the GOAT, man. Both my guys right here played at a high level. I never got to play on the level they did. They were there doing it, so, you know, give them just as much credit as me. So, yeah, it was fun. A little winded, but it was cool.
What's up, bro? Good job.
Appreciate you, bro.
So, bro, what advice do you got for people, you know what I mean, just like how to keep a positive mindset, how to, you know, keep fighting a good fight, bro, and like, because a lot of people, like we were saying earlier, a lot of people, like, it's easy to be negative, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I want to know, like, from somebody who's been through hell and back, how do you keep a positive mindset, and just any advice you got for people out there?
The biggest thing I always say is that if you can stay positive in a negative situation, you win. You know, you win whatever battle, whatever obstacles you're facing.
Right.
You can always win. You know, people think that, you know, you got to be, you know, rich to be happy. Like,
Right.
nah, like if you lost your job, you know, your car broke down, but you still have money in your bank account, you still have food in the fridge, you still have a house or, you know, roof over your head,
Right.
you're winning right now.
Right.
Somebody's praying for everything you have. So for me, losing my arm, given 6 months to live, you know, fighting cancer all these years, I was still here, I was still alive. So I
Right.
figured there's some people who didn't make it as far as me. So I felt like I kind of owe it to myself to prove that you can do anything you want to do
Right,
with a positive attitude.
In terms of business, you know what I mean, that you can apply this mentality towards a lot of different things, you know what I mean?
For
So,
sure.
like, this is a business, you know, entrepreneurship podcast show, but, you know what I mean, like, we want people like you, because, like, to come on and, you know, talk about this, because it is really, like, you need that mindset to be successful in any type of thing, bro. Like, again, I can't tell you enough, bro. Like, people, it's easy to be negative, bro, but if you keep that positive mindset through a negative situation, I feel like you can make it through anything. So.
Absolutely, man. Just find that will to be happy and to win, and you'll get there.
Right.
You'll get there. Slow progress is better than no progress at all.
Right. I appreciate you, brother.
Always a pleasure, family. Thank you.
So,
Oh, that's off. Terrible. You can delete that, man. We won't the people don't need to see that.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Tap In the Show. Today's guest, man, he's a real fighter, man, real Bay Area native, man, a real homeboy. You know what I mean? We've been knowing each other for a while now. We share a love for basketball and just, you know, everything positive. You know what I mean? So my boy Troy Druppal.
Thank you, man, for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, man, it's all good, bro. I appreciate you actually coming on, man. Like I've been like when me and everybody else first thought about this show, like you were one of the people I thought about, you know what I mean? Because like I said, we've been knowing each other since, you know, around 2012, you know what I mean? So I like just know like your story and just getting to know you over time, bro. And I just know like you're a real fighter, you know what I mean? And like I always admired you, bro. I don't know if I ever told you, but you know I always admired you from afar, bro. And just really like I could say that you've been one of the inspirations for me to like keep like you know what I mean going, bro. And it's like nothing is impossible, you know what I mean? So like I said, appreciate you coming on, man.
Nah, man, of course. Just having good people like you in my life, that's what kind of fueled me to keep going, you know, having that support. It made me want to just, you know, keep living life to the fullest. And, you know, you guys treated me no different than you would if, you know, I had two arms. So I embraced that, man. And
good,
you guys
bro.
took me in as, you know, family. And so, yeah, thank you, man. Everything you've been doing, man, is amazing. And, you know, it's definitely vice versa, man. I'm just as inspired by you like you are with me, bro. So, yeah,
Appreciate
keep
it,
doing
bro.
what you're doing out here.
Appreciate it, bro. So a little background about how me and Troy know each other. We both went to Contra Costa. I was on the basketball team at the time, and we both have a real close friend, mutual friend. Shout out to our boy Joe Scott.
Joe.
Yeah. So I guess one day me and Joe had a basketball game that day, and you and him were like, we had shoot around. You and him were like kind of shooting around a little earlier. So I came in and met up with Joe. And then we met each other, and I found out that you really had love for the game and everything. You feel me? So I was like, bro. And then after that, you know, we just kicked it a lot after that, you know, through Joe and everything. So really got to know you and you know everything you've been throughout your life, and you know what I mean. That's you know what I mean. Really learning about you. You know what I mean. Really like it's like, bro, we can do this, bro. Anybody can do anything, bro. So yeah, bro. So I guess I just want to jump right in and ask you, bro. Like, where you from? What's your background? You know what I mean? Like, tell us a little bit about you.
For sure, man. So yeah, I from the Bay Area. I was born in Castro Valley. I grew up in San Leandro for you know my early years until I was about 6, and then I moved to Richmond. So I consider myself a Richmond native. That's where I went to elementary school, middle school, all the way up through high school. Yeah, lived with my parents majority of my life. You know, only child. But you know, I've always had a passion for sports, man, and that's kind of what you know keeps me going till this day. So yeah, I went to El Cerrito High School.
Damn, I didn't know that, bro. I'm just like you just said that earlier. I did not know you went to El Cerrito.
Yeah. A lot of people don't because you know I wasn't in school that often. You know, I got diagnosed with cancer 2 weeks into my freshman year. So when people say, "Dang, you went to El Cerrito? I never saw you there," and it's you know. I was always in and out of school. You know, I would be in school for like a week straight, then I'd be out of school for like a month straight, and then I'd be going back to school, in and out. So I went there, but I did a lot of my schooling mainly, you know, homeschooled.
Okay. What was that like tough not being able to be in school like full time like that, like how you wanted to, I guess?
For sure. Definitely my freshman year was tough. What's funny about it is that's around the same time that MySpace had just came out. So, you know, when that came out, everybody was like, oh, you got MySpace? You got MySpace? So, and I'm kind of looking at it, you know, and I'm used to just like the, you know, the AIM or the emails and stuff. So it was a way to kind of use social media to see your friends because everybody, you could post pictures on there and stuff. So even though I'm in the hospital, you know, majority of my time, you know, had my friends' numbers and stuff, but yeah, it was cool to just kind of have that platform to still be able to
Yeah.
communicate and see what's going on out there, you
Yeah,
know.
that was
So,
the early age of this like whole content thing, bro.
man, bro, early social media ages, bro.
The age we living in now, man.
For real.
Did you so you hooped and everything, like I know you still hoop now, but you hooped and everything before you got diagnosed, right?
Yeah, so I was kind of a late bloomer to basketball, actually. I grew up playing baseball and football. Those were
Okay.
like my two main sports. And I always tell people, I remember this day like it was yesterday. I watched Game 6 of the 2002 Western Conference Finals between the Lakers and the Kings.
Okay, okay.
Lakers,
okay.
Kings. So it was like, you know, that Shaq and Kobe,
Yeah.
Rick Fox, Derek Fisher, Robert Horry squad. And then, you know, they went up against a, you know, powerhouse Sacramento Kings team.
Yeah,
And
some boys back
yeah, it was, man, both teams were killing. But it was something about that's when I fell in love with the game of basketball. Knowing how, you know, football, it's a great sport. I still love football. But how basketball was just a fast pace, you know, like, boom, you go down, you cross somebody, hit a jump shot,
Right.
boom, defense gets a rebound
Right.
or, you know,
It's
takes it
hella
out, goes down.
fast-paced.
Yeah, it's just back and forth. And that just kind of drew me to the game. And so immediately I just started, you know, playing, you know, every day, you know,
Right.
with friends at school. Had to jump on my first, you know, YMCA team at Hilltop, Hilltop YMCA. And so, yeah, I've been playing, you know, ever since then.
Yeah, for me too, bro. I think I developed a love for the game around like I wasn't gonna say like bloomer. First time I really like start paying attention to basketball. Like my cousin put a ball in my hand, like really got me to start shooting and everything. But you know, it was just something to do as a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But then like it's just like football, kickball, all that. You know what I mean? So we used to do it all, and it was just hella funny because then I seen like AI was on the cover of like I think it was like 2K3 or something, 2K4, something like that, bro. Back in the day, and then I started playing with him on the game. I was like, I'm serving fools, you know what I mean? So I started like paying attention to AI first, and then out from there, kind of like Kobe, you know, like everybody, just the whole dynamic of basketball. Like I really learned basketball then. So yeah, bro, I was just like thinking like, bro, yeah, hoop is a good thing, bro. Like it kept me out of like so much trouble, you know what I mean? Like I probably would have been like a little knucklehead around here just doing whatever it wasn't for basketball, bro. It really kept me like constructive, especially through my middle school and high school years, bro. Like it would probably been easy for me to get into some like mayhem, like with how everybody else is around here, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So like, how did like basketball develop like a positive outlook for you? You know what I mean? How did like that help you through like times of like even like before, you know, everything? Like how like has basketball been like an outlet for you?
So immediately when I, you know, really started playing, you know, I felt like I was good. You know, I didn't, you know, look at myself like, this is just something I just do for fun. You know, I really like the game. Like, and like most people, you know, I wanted to, you know, play pro. You know, as a kid, you know, when you start playing sports, you know, you want to go to the NBA, NFL, whatever it is. And so I always had that in the back of my mind. And I remember even when I got cancer and, you know, they said you're going to miss your whole freshman year. You're going to be doing chemotherapy for 9 months. You're going to have a bone replacement. It still came in. It was still in the back of my mind. Like, I think I could still make the NBA. I think I could still make it. And then even that next year, my sophomore year, after I had finished chemo and had my bone replacement, which sucked about that though, was the fact that after my bone replacement, I only had 45% mobility in my left arm. So I knew I couldn't shoot regularly. And, you know, even though that dream slowly started to fade away, I had to remind myself, just because I can't be in the NBA doesn't mean I still can't be around the game.
Right.
So my biggest thing was to try to, you know, be on the basketball team at my high school, El Cerrito. And I knew I couldn't make the team because obviously I was always in and out of the hospital, and, you know, I just couldn't play, you know, as well as I would have wanted to. The head coach said, you know, you're a part of this team. Just, you know, like basically like say less, man. We need a team manager. You get to travel with us. We'll give you a T-shirt, a uniform, and yeah, you're one of us.
What's the name? What?
Coach Scott. Can't remember his first name.
Okay, because he wasn't that wasn't the same coach as El Cerrito when I was playing. So I always wanted to see it.
Yeah, this was 2000 and 2005, 2006.
Okay. So yeah,
Yes.
I started high school in 06.
Yeah, I graduated 08. So
Okay.
So yeah, this was a lot earlier. But yeah, even though I couldn't, you know, play, you know, professionally or anything like that, I said just being around the game is going to make me happy enough. So as long as I could, you know, do something to be around the team, I felt like that was enough for me.
Right.
And that's kind of just what kept me going.
So like, I mean, damn man, like Tell me a little bit about like your like journey through that. You know what I mean? From like even like leading up to like you getting the diagnosis. How did you feel? Like was it anything like you like felt was wrong, or you know what I mean?
So it's yeah, pretty long story, but so I got a tetanus shot the day after my 14th birthday, and immediately afterwards I started to feel pain in my left arm, and I kind of blew it off, as well as my mom, because we were leaving for Hawaii like in a couple weeks, and I didn't want to, go to the hospital and the trip be canceled.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna push through it. Like, we'll be all right. And I got back. We got back from the trip, but I knew something was wrong. Like, I knew afterwards I had to get it checked out, because I was waking up in the middle of the night with pain that was just unbearable. And so, I was still trying to push it out, and thinking I can just get through it. I took a bunch of icy hot Tylenol, everything. And so, yeah, 2 weeks into my freshman year, it just became really, just hard not to go get it, checked out. The pain was so severe, to where right after school, I got an MRI at one hospital, went to another hospital, got an X-ray, and then immediately they say we need to do biopsy surgery because we see something and it looks like it could be a mass. So I had biopsy surgery that same day, which was right after school, and, I found out I had cancer. And they told me I would have to do chemotherapy for 9 months and have a bone replacement. And so that was tough, but I definitely would say I had a great support system throughout that whole time. So it definitely made it a lot easier. So fast forward through that, now we're in my sophomore year, where, I go to my coach at high school, and I'm like, I just want to be a part of this team, and, I can't play, but, I would still love to be a part of it. So they let me come and join, be the team manager, and, everything was going great. And then fell down the stairs one night, just felt really dizzy, and my left arm started to hurt, really bad, to where I had no use of it. My left arm started to swell up really bad, and so, we go get it checked out. And they said the cancer had spread again to the same arm, and that they would have to amputate my left arm. And they set up the amputation, I think it was like 3 weeks away from the day they told me. And so I was a little upset, but at the time my left arm was getting so bad to where I couldn't even use it. It was like dead weight that I was carrying around. So I was already getting used to doing things with one hand.
Okay.
So, just having that, knowing that at the end of the day it was going to be better for me, I can live life, somewhat regularly. That kind of gave me a sense of peace, knowing that I'm not going to have to carry around this,
Wow, bro. Like, it's just crazy because that mindset's so hard to develop, especially at a young age in high school and stuff like that, bro. It's like that's like big ups to you for like even like having that like that mindset shift and just getting through it, bro. Like, that's like, man. I'm aiming to cut you off. My bad.
No, you good, man. And I give huge credit to my the coaches at El Cerrito at that time. The JV coach, I called him Coach G. So shout out to Coach G, man. He came to my house the day I got home from the hospital. He was like texting me while after my amputation. I'm doing physical therapy and stuff for a couple months. But the day I went home in the morning. He showed up to my house that evening, and I was upstairs. I think I was learning how to change and stuff. Getting out of my hospital clothes, putting on my regular clothes, and my mom comes in the room. The whole team signed a basketball for me. He gave me a jersey, and knowing that I had that kind of support out there,
the community support, bro.
It made me feel like I can't give up, man. I got too many people out there that support me, so I got to keep fighting, and I got to keep doing what I can to stay strong. And that's a big part of what helped me keep going.
Wow, bro. And I know, I seen that a big part of your support was your mom, bro. And I was raised by a single mom as well, and just like that. And I know you were an only child as well, and I just know your mom, she's a fighter as well, bro. I just big ups to her. I just know the struggles for single mom in general, you know what I mean? And then, then with this going on, it's just man, I know she's a big, can you tell me a little bit about how your mom, got you through that?
Yeah, man. I mean, she, from everything. I mean, and I always say if I could give her the world, I would, because she deserves it, man. I mean, she used to spend the night with me while I was getting my chemo treatments, and this is back in 2004, 2005, mind you, and the hospital beds that they had back in the day for, you know, the guests, it would be like a very stiff chair that would fold out into a bed, and my mom would like sleep on that, and she developed back pain like really bad to the point where she would cry because she's like, I can't stay here, like, you know, it was so bad on her back to where she would wait until I fell asleep, and then she would go home and she would do her best to get up and get to the hospital before I woke up. Like, she basically sacrificed sleep because she wanted to be there for me before I woke up, and she wanted to make sure that I was there, that she was there before I went to sleep. So she was, you know, she's everything from just doing what a mom would do, you know, not wanting to lose her only son. She did whatever she could, and so that's, you know, she's definitely my hero, and so I look up to her, you know, so much.
What are like resources and things like that, like education, did you have to kind of go through, kind of like, you know, figure out about like, you know, what's going on with you and how to kind of remedy that? Like how, like what did you do? Like how, like, you know what I mean?
Man, so you know, my story, it dragged on, you know, even after my amputation. You know, 5 months after my amputation, you know, I found out that the cancer had came back again. It spread to my lungs, and you know, I had, you know, the tumors removed. I had a successful surgery, and you know, 2 months later, you know, after a regular checkup, I found out 8 tumors had appeared, you know, back in my lungs. And
you're going through chemo and all this at this time?
No, so I finished up chemo. I was in remission right after my amputation. And just considering cancer had came back twice already, I was just getting a CT and bone scan every 6 months just to make sure that my body was, you know, doing well and I was recovering.
What is remission, if you don't mind me asking?
Complete remission is basically you don't have any active cancer cells in your body. Basically, there's no threat to your organs that are going to, you know, prevent you from feeling any type of sickness that cancer does. Like when I got cancer, it was a sharp pain in my left hand, but I've known people who couldn't eat and they were really sick, throwing up, and they didn't know why, and then they went to go check, and then they had leukemia, or they had, you know, I know some guys who had prostate cancer, you know, or women, if you feel like a pain in your breast and it's like it's not normal, you go get it checked out. So it's very different from how you detect how you were diagnosed. It's really just depends on the person, what they were going through as far as like pain. So for me, when they told me the cancer had came back and spread to my lungs, I had no idea. I didn't feel any pain. I didn't feel any weakness or anything. I had just, you know, finished up with my occupational and physical therapy, learning how to live life with one hand, playing video games, you know, being trash, but I'm trying to get better, trying to have my friends. Don't take it easy on me. Like that's what I was doing.
Get back to normal some type of way.
Exactly. And so I felt like I was doing that. And then, you know, after a regular checkup, you know, that I was doing, I'm thinking everything's great. Yeah, I remember my mom, you know, letting me know that, you know, the cancer came back and I would have to go back in, and you know, everything starts racing through your mind, you know, damn, like surgery again, you know, like now I'm going to be out of school again. You know, I thought I was going to go back this year. And so it was a lot of back and forth. And so the very last surgery I had was when they found the 8 tumors in my lungs. And it was actually an unsuccessful surgery to where they tried to cut one of the tumors off that was attached to my trachea. And I almost bled to death during surgery. The tumor started to bleed internally to where they had to burn it so I wouldn't, you know, basically die during surgery. And I remember waking up and, you know, I asked my mom, I said, how'd it go? And she was like, it went well. But I could tell in her tone and in her body language, it didn't go well.
Mom's trying to hold it together.
That's what I'm saying, bro. She a real one. She made sure that she did her best to make sure that I was okay and that I knew that everything was good.
And that you stayed in those spirits that you were in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she knew I wanted to just be normal again, just to live a healthier life. And not only that, but I, you know, come to think of it, you know, completely forgot, you know, I mean, this was not only just new to me, like trying to get back to, you know, going back to school and, you know, doing all these things, but, you know, even just being out in public, you know, like having one arm, you know, like, you sometimes, even it happens till this day, you know, but you get people that stare at you. But back then, you know, I'm 15 at the time. I'm like, this isn't normal. You know, I'm not used to people just
right.
staring at me and, you know, not even asking what happened. They're just staring at you. So
At least, would you at least want them to talk to you? Cause like, you know what I mean? Like, no, for real. Cause like,
No,
like
yeah,
you,
yeah.
there's a lot of people that go through this. You know what I mean? Like, in your opinion, would you want somebody to come and say, like, not like, you know what I mean? Not be hella abrasive, but you know what I mean? Like genuinely, like, sort of, if you're gonna stare this hard, you know what I mean? Like, or like, how would you rather somebody go by that? I don't know. That's just off topic conversation.
No, absolutely. I embrace it. You know, I feel like now, I mean, back then, I can't really give my answer back then because I was still kind of dealing with what I was, you know, kind of going through. It was so new to me that I still felt like I had two arms, but I would have to look over and be like, oh, wow, it's really not there no more. And so that was the mindset that I was like trying to hold together. It's like, okay, like even though it still feels like it's there, it's not. So you have to get used to this. This is your new life. This is your new normal. Wow. So what I want people to ask, what happened, you know, absolutely. I feel like if I can inspire somebody or if it can help somebody or educate somebody, I'm all for it, man. I'm all about supporting people, helping people any way I can, because it always goes in the back of my mind of how many people went out of their way to help me. You know, how many of my family members were coming to the hospital and bringing me food or bringing me gifts, and you know, my coach who came to my house, you know, literally the day I got home from my you know, from the hospital after my amputation and all that. You know, just thinking about all those people who went out of their way to help me, I want to give that same energy back. I want to go out of my way and help people. So even if we're sitting right here or if somebody's sitting across and staring at me, and it might, as awkward as it might be, if I have to walk over and be like, hi, I saw you were staring, you know, at my arm, you know, would you like to know what happened? I mean, I'll do whatever I can to just, you know, kind of help people to not be afraid to step out of their comfort zone and, you know, kind of, you know, learn about, you know, something like that.
Right. Even just not even just something like that, but everything, bro. It's just like people would be so afraid to step out of their comfort zone, you know what I mean, for anything, you know what I mean? Like, it's even you, like you stepping in, like, out of your comfort zone to go stay high. So, you know what I mean? Just that right there is like, should be inspirational to the person, whoever you're talking to and everything. Like, yeah, bro, like, that's what's up, bro. So fast forward to now, like, so you had to go back for the lung, and then you woke up your mom trying to hold it together. Then what was after that? What happened?
So basically, after surgery, you know, I said how'd it go. I knew she was lying, but she did what a mom would do, trying to make sure, you know, I was good. Right. Doctor comes in the very next day, or excuse me, it could have been the day after. It was one of the 2 days afterwards, and basically said, you know, in so many words that there's no cure for me. They tried to remove the tumors. It was unsuccessful. The only option they have right now is chemotherapy. And I immediately said, I'm not doing chemo again. Like, I'm good. Like, I did that before.
Wow.
I know what it feels like. I'm not doing that. So
15, 16, you made this decision.
I made that decision.
How did moms take it?
She, again, you know, man, she just wanted me to do what I wanted to do.
Anything that basically make you happy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And, you know, she's like, you can do what you want to do. This is your body, that you're going through this, not me. I'm not the one, you know, in the hospital. I'm not the one going to get surgery. So she supported me, and the doctors, you know, they had to support me. I mean, they're like, you know, we have your back. If you decide you get home and in that split second you want to do chemotherapy, let us know.
Were they hella like advising against it though? Like you should do chemo, like?
That was definitely they're highly recommended. They highly recommended it, but they had to know where I was coming from. They had to know what I've been through already, and that was just, I had enough. You know, I needed to kind of do what I wanted to do, and I always felt like if I go out, I want to go out in my own home. I don't want to die in a hospital. I'd rather die at home or doing something I love. You know, on a basketball court. You know, I don't want to be someplace I don't even like being if I'm gonna go. Right. You know, and so. That's just the type of, you know, mindset I had. You know, I didn't want to, you know, let my mom see I was weak, just like she didn't want me to see she was weak. And I wanted to just, you know, keep those people in mind that were always there for me and understand that they're rooting for me. So I got to root for myself too and understand that I can do it.
So then that's when like you did a lot of like research, and so what was your course of action then? You know what I mean? So what was your plan since you wasn't gonna do chemo? Like I know you had to have some type of plan on what you were gonna do, or like maybe not that particular moment, but like what was your action plan after that?
So, you know, it's kind of like the the final round of like, you know, kind of like my journey with cancer. So the goal was to just get a CT scan and bone scan instead of every 6 months. Now was you know, every 2 months, just to make sure, because I had 8 tumors in my body, and they're just making sure everything is good. And they said, if you ever feel you're weak or you're not yourself, come to us. We'll do whatever you want to do. We'll, you know, we'll put you through chemo. And so I did that for about a year. A year later, they found another tumor in the back of my head after a routine scan. And this time, they were reaching out to a bunch of doctors all over the country, sending out my story of what was going on with me.
Wow.
A doctor in Detroit, Michigan said, hey, these tumors, or this tumor in your head looks like it can take radiation. And I never did radiation before. And so my doctor, you know, recommended it, and I'm like, okay, I don't have to do surgery, don't have to do chemo. You just sit there and a laser just, you know, kind of like hits your body, but you don't really feel anything. And all you have to do is do that for 2 weeks. And so I'm like, okay, let's do it. Yeah. So I did radiation, and the whole time I did radiation, it was fine. I didn't really feel any different or feel any worse. So December of 2007 is when, you know, I had my regular checkup, and it was a checkup I had with my doctor where, you know, me and my mom were in the, you know, hospital room and just kind of going over how everything's going with me, how I feel. And yeah, December 2007, I'll never forget, you know, I was told that I would have 6 months to live. And, you know, I'm a kid at this time, so they didn't say it that way, but they said it to where only adults could understand it.
Right.
And so, you know, I remember it was weird, because, you know, I got really spoiled after that, man, to where it was like, you know, school clothes shopping, you know, I'm used to like, you know, maybe like 1 pair of shoes, and now I get like 3-4 pairs of shoes going back to school, like trying to flex.
I want them J's over there.
Hey,
those,
for real, bro.
Those to the top shelf, yeah.
I thought it was so weird,
Yeah.
but you know, again, you know, after that, it was kind of like, you know, what do you want to do, you know? And I just said, I just want to live life. You know, I want to go back to school. El Cerrito had a game against De Anza, you know, that week or something. I'm trying to go to the game, and I'm trying to support my team, man. They support me, man. They signed a ball for me, you know. All this stuff is just going through my mind, how it's like, I want to go back to school. I want people to see I'm good. And so they supported me. And so this went on for years, bro. This went on for a little over 10 years, man, to where I was getting my scans every 2 months. And
so, but they told you had 6 months to live.
They did.
And then, so, okay.
And they basically said, okay, well, we're behind you. You can, you know, live your life, but we do want to check on you. We do want to make sure you're good. So I was getting scans every 2 months, you know, and then it went so well that they only wanted to do scans every 3 months. Wow. And this was going for years. And then they said, hey, let's go to every 6 months. And, you know, this went on for over 10 years, man. And, you know, I did make a life decision almost for a year, a little over 4 years ago now, in 2017. And you know, so blessed to say that in December 2018, I beat cancer.
Bruh. Hey, bro.
Appreciate it.
Hey, man, hey, real fight, bro. That's a real fight. Did you do anything to, like, in between those times to kind of, I don't know, like, help your personal self, like, fight cancer? You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, like, do, like, Dr. CB diets or, like, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And did you, like, do any type of research like that to kind of, like, because I know you remember told you were a vegetarian, so did that, like, change? Like, that's the kind of life decision you made, or what was the life decision that you made?
Yeah, so, you know, obviously around 2016, 2017, a lot of documentaries were coming out on Netflix and YouTube. And, of course, over the years, meeting a lot of people, they've always said, hey, I want you to meet this guy, or check out this guy. You know, he beat diabetes. This guy beat heart disease. This guy beat cancer. You know, all these stories of people beating these diseases. And I'm like, well, damn, I'm trying to beat cancer, man. Like, I've been fighting for over 10 years, man. So, I do remember a point, though, where I did get overwhelmed. I'm like, wow, this is a lot of information. It's a lot to read, but I was dedicated. I watched a ton of documentaries. I watched a ton of, you know, movies. I read a lot of books. I read a lot of articles. And I understood that, you know, I had to understand everybody's built different. What works for you may not work for me. So I didn't want to just, say, I followed this guy's diet, I did everything he did, and I still have cancer. Why didn't it work? You're lying. I couldn't look at it that way. I had to figure out what works best for me.
Yeah.
So I looked at what would I be able to eat every day that's good for me, but also not gonna make me feel like I hate this lifestyle. Yeah.
I was gonna say, bro, like, not to cut you off, but I was gonna say, like, I'm trying to make like more healthier decisions for myself, like eating habits, and like just make sure I work out consistently. And honestly, the eating part is like the hardest. You know what I mean? You want to stick to a certain diet, but that's hard, bro. So for you to kind of like do that, like just whole 360, like was it like gradually, or was it like just overnight?
It did happen overnight, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I did a lot of research though. I kind of figured like, okay, well, breakfast, it's always like smoothies or just like, like an omelet, like an egg omelet or something. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm already kind of vegetarian because that's what my breakfast is, and then I'm just like, okay, well, what do I like? I love burgers, okay, but there's a lot of veggie burgers options, So it was just kind of finding the foods that you like and then subbing it with like a veggie option.
Okay.
And that's definitely what helped. And
so you didn't have to like eat like the root of a sweet potato or nothing like that. Like really get raw and like
super
beef, like by itself with no without cooking it.
Man. And I had that mindset, man, where I'm like, dang, I'm not gonna eat this. Well, what am I gonna eat? And so that's where those documentaries really came into play, where I'm like, okay, obviously there's a lot you can eat, a lot of it's just, you just got to go different places, there's more options at Trader Joe's than there is at Safeway, but, it's kind of just like a lifestyle that, I had to learn. Like there's people that have been vegetarian or vegan their whole life and they seem to be doing just fine, and but I also, had to remind myself, well, everybody's built differently. So, and obviously as you get older, you notice things change, and I remember, like I said, like when we met in like 2012, all those adult leagues we used to hoop in, man. And I'm like, man, I gotta work out more, man. And
all those leagues I've been in hooping, I've been seeing you there. I was like, bro, really be hooping. You be hooping more than me.
Man, and I credit, man, again, I'm gonna credit JoJo again, man, because
Joe stay in that gym,
bro. Stay in the gym, bro. He used to always bring me to the gym like every day. And then I remember like there's been a handful of times where he'd be like, hey, Troy, I'm in an adult league, bro. We need one. And I'm like, damn, am I even ready? But I laced up my kicks, man. I went out there, man, and and that kind of pushed me, knowing that I could actually, kind of run and hang with these guys, and then that these guys embraced me, passing me the ball, giving me a chance to shoot. I mean, it kind of brought more confidence in myself to where I'm like, okay, I'm really doing it. And then, I slightly noticed, after I, watched those documentaries and decided to go vegetarian, I saw a little impact it had on my health, pretty quickly.
I was going to ask you that. Did that diet, even not just like the aspect of fighting cancer, but did it make you just in general feel different? Like, more energy and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'd say the biggest thing I noticed quickly was, my energy levels picked up a little bit. My joints stopped hurting. My joints were hurting a lot, but a lot of it does play because of the cancer. My knees especially, and then like my breathing was always tough because, I had 8 tumors, leaning on my lungs. So it was kind of like, I didn't feel like I was having the energy and stamina that I would have had if I never had cancer. So I'm like, okay, let me see what I can do to try to change, And I remember telling myself like, hey, if vegetarian doesn't work out or if you don't notice a difference, try something else. But I remember just saying, you know what, I'm just take it one day at a time and see how it goes. And the first day it worked, and then so I'm like, all right, go for a second day. And here I am now. And I feel like if you find something that works, why go away from it? This helped you beat cancer, and so I just kind of embraced it and understood that everybody's has something that worked for them. All those people that I watched and listened to who beat cancer or beat diabetes or heart disease by eating a certain way. I really embrace them for doing that because it's not easy. It's pretty hard, but that's what worked for them, and I found something that worked for me, and so I think that's what the mindset was going into that change, is understanding that just find what works for you, and that's what's going to keep you going.
Cool, bro. Yeah, and then so now like fast forwarding to today, like you're coaching, you're working with the Warriors, man. You had Modelo, tell your story and just really be embraced by the city. You know what I mean? By the game that you love. You know what I mean? Tell us a little bit about that, bro. Like how has that been? Because the way I look at it, like a lot of people like they face setbacks after they like doing something positive, and then they like starting a business or something. But like to me, it seemed like you embrace success, after your setback, you know what I mean? And which was a real ass setback. So, and it's like, it just kind of happened the vice versa for you. But you like took a day at a time and kind of like, you know what I mean, turn into a success story, bro. So like, I want to talk about that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just love to see what you're doing. You're working with kids, like coaching, like, like, bro, tell me a lot about that.
I got you, bro. It's been amazing, bro. Like I said, basketball, it was my mindset, from when I was diagnosed. If I can't go to the NBA, I still want to be around the game any way I can, whether I'm a manager for high school, whether I'm a coach, a mentor, whatever.
I didn't think like that, bro. Like, I didn't even like playing like at CC for a little bit and then not, get no scholarly after, you know what I mean? Even though I had the talent too, but you know what I mean? And,
bro, you're a hooper,
bro. I'm a hooper.
Pat yourself on the back, bro. You got to give yourself some credit too,
brother.
bro.
Appreciate it, man. But yeah, bro, like I didn't think about like me being around because I love basketball, bro. Like I shedded tears, bro. Like after I knew like I had to stop, you know what I mean? Like, but I never thought about like, damn, bro, I could be a manager, I could be an agent, you know what I mean? I can be around the game some way, somehow, and not seeing that until like years later, you know what I mean? Like, damn, bro, like, so it's like just good to see that you learned that from like early age, bro, because a lot of hoopers don't think like that, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got embraced with so many opportunities. I'll go back to when my doctor told me about an amputee basketball clinic that was happening at UCSF. In San Francisco, and so I went with my girlfriend, and she worked for the Warriors, so she knew a lot of the campers that were there, the coaches for the Warriors, and then Davion worked for the Warriors, so he was up there. So I said, shout out Davion, man. Chris Head, he was there, shout out him. And so my lady introduced me to the manager, and they were kind of intrigued by me wanting to be a part of that of the Warriors camp staff. And there was also a stand-up amputee basketball team that was there, which is the only one in the country. And so it's basically a nonprofit organization of amputees who basically, they play basketball standing up. There's only wheelchair professional basketball leagues, so there's not ones for amputees who can stand up and play.
Wow, huh?
Yeah, so I met those guys there. It was really interesting to kind of see how they were hoopers, and they can play and they had fun. And they embraced me and invited me to their basketball tournament that happened later that summer, and I got to be on their team as well, which I'm still a part of till this day. So that was a good day. It was kind of like a 2-for-1. I got to be a Warriors, basketball staff. I got to be on this traveling amputee basketball team. And
where did you travel to? Not to cut you off. Where did you travel to?
So our home base is out of Arizona.
Okay.
And, we basically do stand-up amputee basketball games against communities that we go and visit. So they've been to Colorado, Texas. In 2019, we went to the Nike 3-on-3 competition in LA.
Wow. Huh.
And we, played, able bodies, almost made it to the championship. We did really well, but so just being a part of, programs or organizations like that to where, we play ball and, we inspire people is great. I met, Jaylen Brown from the Boston Celtics at Cal Berkeley. Again, like one of my doctors had said, hey, the head coach of Cal actually had cancer a couple years ago, and he actually recently took a coaching job at the University of Missouri. But, so I got to go to Cal, and I got to meet a lot of the players there. And, me and Jaylen, man, we just hit it off, man. We just started talking casually, and, we just, been cool ever since. And, coaching, for the Warriors has been amazing, traveling to all these different schools and coaching kids. And, last year I was honored to receive that the Warriors nominated me as Junior NBA Coach of the Year.
Oh, damn, bro. Congrats,
and, bro. I appreciate that, man. Like you said, man, I mean, I met you through basketball. I got to embrace a lot of great people, man. And now, I'm coaching AAU in Walnut Creek for MVP Flight. And it's been amazing to
What's the age group?
So right now I'm coaching 10U through 13U.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, a bunch of different groups right now. We haven't really set a team together yet. Just with COVID, that kind of took a toll on basketball and the whole world. We'll just just say it how it is. But yeah, coaching basketball has been such a blessing, man. I've actually been able to also, train some kids, personal train some kids on the side, trying to help them develop their game and, get them ready for that next level, whether they're going to fifth grade, going to high school, just trying to help out, as many people as I can.
You met a lot of dope people, bro. Like I seen that you, LeBron wrote you a letter.
LeBron James,
yeah. Shout out, Bron. one day,
right?
One day. But yeah, like John Sally and like all just great warriors of people organization, bro. So, hey, bro. So after you, so now you're coaching kids. Like, are you? What's the next step for you, man? What do you want to do on what's next in your journey?
Man, so the biggest goal, man, is I want to make this something that I do. I want to start a nonprofit organization called the Troy Druppal Family Foundation. I want to work with communities. I want to work with the hospitals. Have to work with Children's Hospital, UCSF. I want to give back to kids. I want to start training more often. I just want to give back to the community. I want to help as many people as I can. I've been taking some classes through Toastmasters, which is basically working on your grammar, and that's something that's definitely helped me wanting to become, a professional motivational speaker, someone that can travel to conventions and share my story, just try to inspire, even if it's one person, that's enough for me. And I actually, recently decided to do this, but I decided to train for the 2024 Paralympics track and field in the 100 and 200 meter.
Okay.
I have a really good friend, Jorge, man, who is from the Bay Area. He plays professional in Italy. And so he's training for the Tokyo Olympics this summer in wheelchair basketball.
Wow.
He lost his leg to cancer. We actually have a very similar story. He had the same cancer as me, but his happened in his leg. But he plays wheelchair basketball, and he's an inspiration to me, and that kind of inspired me to want to represent USA in some form and fashion. So I'm like, I just started running, like taking that more serious. Obviously during COVID, gyms were shut down, and
hey, the only thing over was really tracks and stuff.
Right. So yeah, I'm training for that right now. I have 3 years, so I got to act like the Olympics is tomorrow. So I got to train every day, man, just in case.
So you got a trainer and everything that's like that work with you every day and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I just started connecting with the USA track and field coach down in Chula Vista near San Diego, and he's been giving me tips, ways to train, things to do. And it's funny, man. I might do it, I might not, but he's been telling me I should try to train for Tokyo this summer because qualifications aren't until June 17th of this year. But
you should, bro. It's
I
like
told
give
him,
some good
I
experience,
was like, bro,
though.
I don't know if I'm ready, dog. That's like 3 months away,
Like when Joe hit you, though, you didn't think you was ready to go hoop, but you got there, laced them boots up.
Point,
you know what I mean?
Now you put me on the spot, bro.
Yeah, I got to, bro. You got to, man. We already talk about positive mindsets, bro. Like, you got to go in with it, bro. Like,
that's a good,
worst case, it'd be a great experience for 2024.
Man, that's facts, bro. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. Like, just, you got to think, man. Yeah, bro.
Practice what you preach, man. I got to believe in myself sometimes.
Yeah,
man.
bro. Yeah. It's crazy because it happened with me, too. I could be out here motivate people until my damn eyes fall out my head. You know what I mean? But, like, I need to motivate myself as well. You know what I mean? Like, I just, like, I like to preach that. You know what I mean? Because everybody don't realize that what you're giving, you need to get a little bit of that as well. You feel me? So, you know what I mean, bro?
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
For sure.
So bro, there's no doubt in my mind I'm gonna see you at one of these Olympics. You feel me? Like I know you're gonna be either 2024 or you're gonna be in Tokyo. So, hey man, y'all heard it here first, man. My man's gonna be on the Olympics. You know what I mean, doing his thing. So, hey, bro, it was a pleasure. It was an honor, bro, that you came on and told your story, bro. And you're inspiration to me. I know you'll be inspiration to our audience that's gonna hear this, bro. Tell us, I know where I can find you. They know where they can find you. Tell the people who don't know where they can find you at. You know what I mean? IG, any social media, like.
Yeah, so Instagram is first initial my name, Troy, and then my last name is Druppal. So it's T Druppal, DRUPPAL, all one word. Yeah, I have a TikTok. I've been trying to get on the TikTok hype. I'm kind of weak, but I'll be trying.
Hey, man, you got to do it nowadays, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been, posting a lot on my Instagram lately, a lot of my workouts, at the track, just trying to get better and trying to, inspire as many people as I can.
Right.
For Valentine's Day, my girlfriend started making me my own website. So, I'm looking to get my 501c3 going so I can get that, up and running and, so I can kind of fulfill my dream, have my own, brand and, try to help as many people as I can.
Right,
so be on the lookout for my, my personal website.
Cool, bro. Yeah, man. No doubt in my mind you're going to make it happen, bro. So it's a pleasure talking to you, bro. And now we can go tap in with Chef, see what he got cooking up at the bar. You know what I mean?
Let's
Maybe
do it. I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Yeah, whatever you need, man. Let's go do it.
Let's do it.
Ooh, that's an impossible too, I think. Chef, is this an impossible joint?
Yeah. My God. Mango, he's gonna make us a cocktail.
Yeah.
What's up, brothers?
How you doing, man?
Good.
What do we have
Yeah,
here?
man. How you doing?
Got a little surprise for y'all. Welcome to Celebrate, my brother. I really love your story too, so it's very inspiring. So it's an honor to have you here for sure.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
This was amazing.
Thank you. Got a little bite for y'all too while I make a beautiful cocktail. We're going a little Cuban vibe today.
Okay.
So we got a little stuffed plantain with a impossible meat ragu, Latin style. Got avocado on the bottom, a little chow chow, take it to the south, and a little bit of cilantro on top. And I'm going to be making a special Cuban cocktail, one of my favorites when I was out there. It's a cancancha, which is almost like a honey mojito.
Okay.
We're gonna twist it up a bit with some ginger and this cool little egg white cocktail and low mango. So, y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes,
ready.
sir.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. You ready? Let's do it. How do we do this? Do we so I see the dried mango right there, so we kind of just like.
No, dry mango is gonna be our garnish for the cocktail.
Okay.
But I want you to definitely dig into that.
Okay, cool.
Get those flavors going. This is one of the most popular dishes here at Sobre. It's very special. One of the vegan dishes too. So enjoy that.
This looks amazing.
I'm trying to get like a judge on Top Chef, like get all the like flavors in there at one time.
Yeah, so Sobre represents Afro-Latino, so nice big part of the diaspora. It's really special.
Yeah, man. I like that texture.
Wow.
I like that bitterness, but it's sweet because of that plantain.
Yeah.
That sweet plantain.
Chow
You
chow.
get hit with a ton of flavor.
Thank you, brother. And I'm Dominican, so plantains are our lives, brother.
Oh, man.
Grew up on all that. But yeah, this dish came around just to kind of, in Africa they do stuffed plantain out there, but usually a lot of meat, a lot of this beautiful sauce, usually curry sauce or tomato sauce. And they just roast the plantain, stuff it, pop it right in the big clay oven, depending on the tribe, and then you got this beautiful dish. So definitely inspired by that. Want to give tribute to our, to our ancestors.
Like you said, the diaspora is big, man.
Yeah, brother.
Diaspora.
Definitely.
I've been learning more and more about it. Messing with you, man.
Well, there's so much out there to be educated on.
Yeah.
Africa definitely influenced the world, so it's up to us to really tell that story and give tribute. Especially me as a chef, so definitely doing that.
Yeah, that's super delicious.
Thank you. Wait till you
Is
taste
this
this
kind of,
cocktail.
is this kind of like a pair for it?
Yeah, definitely. Super refreshing. You got some spiced honey in there, passion fruit mango juice, a little bit of lime, and our special Sobre rum, which you had before.
Yeah.
know,
I was about to
nice-
say, did I try that? Yeah, I for sure did.
Nice special blend that we created with Mosswood. Sobre is all about being unique, different, and showing our community that we can do something super sexy and different.
Amazing.
And man, let's definitely get you here on a see it lit up for real. And then you guys still gonna be doing live bands and stuff for a while?
Yeah, we're still celebrating. So we just made 1 year on March 5th.
Wow.
1 year. We had to close down to
That's
the
my mom's
pandemic.
birthday. I should bring her next year.
Oh,
man.
nice.
2
nice.
years. Man.
Definitely, brother. Definitely bring her by. But yeah, we survived the pandemic. We're back, and it just feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good to be bringing this to the community
Absolutely.
and do something really cool and sexy for Oakland.
Well, taste right there. It's on point.
There we go.
Sure. Sometimes you can catch me behind the bar.
I remember you telling me you got a little love for it.
Yeah, I do, man. Just something about it. You know, it's like cooking with liquids. And that's what's special about here. Sometimes we'll have special guests, special mixologists that come by. You know, just something fun and different all the time. So, definitely catch me here sometimes, and either in the kitchen or at the bar.
You spent hours trying to just make up recipes for drinks.
Little collaboration with my mixologist, Sade Stamps, Stephanie.
Nice.
But this one, nice little twist on one of my favorites. I went to Cuba. Got some dried mango in there. Try that, definitely enjoy.
Appreciate you, Chef.
So, twist on the cancancha. Got a sobre day rum in there. Passion fruit mango, a little bit of ginger. We have special bitters with passion fruit, coconut, and some lime juice. Definitely enjoy.
All right, man. Cheers,
Appreciate
bro.
you, brother.
All right, thanks for tapping in, my guy.
Man, appreciate you.
Ooh, Chef, this don't taste like alcohol, man.
No.
This tastes like a little candy,
I can
liquid
see myself
candy.
drinking it. I could bring this to like a beach or something,
Right.
like on a nice warm day,
Exactly.
under an umbrella.
Wow.
I'll take you somewhere else, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I was, immediately I'm like, dang,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
like, man, why right now?
Yeah,
Like, where
yeah.
am I, bro? Like,
Do I need to go to one,
And
or-
I don't even exaggerate like that, bro. This is amazing.
Yeah,
for real,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you.
Hey, man, many more to come, bro.
Yes, sir, man.
Yes, sir.
Another cheers, man, to you. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you too. Welcome to Sober's.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna eat one of these by myself. Ooh. And I'll shoot your episode and everything before, you know what I mean? Obviously, like, it dropped and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
it's all man. All good, man. You guys do an amazing job. I can tell by your technique, man, just how you guys are moving, operating. Like, this is awesome. Man, thank you
Team
again
effort,
for
man.
bringing me here, man. Appreciate it.
Team effort, man. Couldn't get it done without, everybody right here, bro. So.
That's why.
Yes, sir.
It's only the beginning.
Sure, man. Oh my
Show, sober, everything.
Yeah, bro. Stay tuned, man. Get you back on here, too.
Oh,
Once you make it to the Olympics.
I hope so, man. I got a training session tomorrow, so.
Nice, nice.